Hey YouTube, this video is for my cousin, and in this video I'm going to talk about the different places that you can use to get free music and effects and stuff, because she's doing YouTube videos, and her mom, which is also my cousin, so sorry, cousin once removed, she was online saying she makes YouTube videos and asks about that stuff, and so when I find my cousin once removed's username, I'm going to put it in the description and an annotation around here too, so you guys can go help her out. Really appreciate it if my current fans would do that, and future fans, you know. Anyways, different... Sorry about that. Bump the clip. There we go. Future places you can... places you can get music for free. Incompetech.com. The guy's name is Kevin MacLeod, and he makes a lot of great songs. And let's see what this sounds like. And so as you can see, there's a lot of songs, there are a lot of different moods. I've searched like sad and happy on here and stuff, and I haven't used his music a lot, but I've used it in some things, you know, and a lot of stuff. Now, this is 100% free. Anyone can use any of my music in any project, free or commercial. He does have licenses though, but those are mainly for TV, because I mean, with him, you have to attribute him, which means you just put his name in the description of the song, of the video, or wherever you're using it, or in the video itself. So you like the title of the song, and then this right here, all there, and that's good. But if you don't want to give credit, which would be for like a TV commercial, because you wouldn't see that appearing in a subtitle at the end, you download it, and you can pay money for licenses, but really you only need like the free version of it, as long as you attribute him, because then you can sell it and do all of this stuff. Now, for effects, there is some music on here, but that was back when they allowed music. This is where I go. It's freesound.org. As you can see, I already have an account here. I have some sounds here. Some rain on the roof, and some keystrokes meant to represent counter ticks. So there's a lot of great stuff here. This site, you have to do kind of watch the licenses. Go ahead and search for clock sounds, and I'll give you an example. So, on here, this represents Creative Commons O. It says public domain. You can use this for anything you want. This represents Creative Commons Attribution License, which means you just put their name in the description wherever you give them credit, however you can. And this is Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial. I avoid this at all costs because if later on down the road I decide that I want to sell my project, well, that's what I'm going to do. And so I avoid this so that I can. I do have a few things online where I have used other copyright content and stuff, and I know I can't sell them, but for the most part I want to sell my stuff. And I'll talk about that in just a second. So this is where I use for sounds. Also, I always attribute the people, even if they have non-commercial. Just to show you an example here of what I'll do, so I'll go find the sound when I'm logged in, and I'll download the sound that I want. And as you can see here, I have the usernames on some of these that have usernames. I have them capitalized. So what I'll do is I'll go like this, capitalize it, and then download the sound. And then, because then in Movie Maker, as you can see, I have this here, it's capitalized, and it's also capitalized down here, so I can look at it and say, what did I use? And then, okay, these are what I used, and these are the usernames where I need to attribute my credits, or wherever I'm going to attribute them. Which usually I put them in the credits, or in a little thing at the end of the little title at the end of the video, kind of a thing. So, that's what I use for sounds and stuff. Now, if you want to use music that has been done by some popular band or artist, you can do that, as long as you don't try and sell it. For that, you know, it's been proven that you can do that. People do music videos and all this stuff all the time on YouTube, and it's been largely accepted. But usually if they do want to do something like that, take action, they will either just remove that specific video, block it in certain countries, or they'll talk to you and give you an option or whatever. And if at any point you have a dispute with YouTube, you can take that up, but so you can use that stuff just as long as you don't attempt to sell it at all. As long as you don't attempt to sell your videos, you are good to go for that. But this is great, free sources like this. Another thing too, just ask the artist. For this song right here, I've used it in one video, Stuart Falls Hike Montage, and it wasn't the video I planned to use it on, but I was like, I really want to use this song in my short film Eleanor, which I'm still working on, by the way. I really want to use it, but that means I can't sell it later on if I want to, So I went ahead and asked him, and he said, oh yeah, sure, go ahead and use it, just as long as you attribute me. And so that is really cool. So you can ask the artist if you want, but in some places you're not going to really get anywhere. Like, I was thinking about using an Enya song for something, but then, and so I did my research, thought about, buying a license for it, which would be way out of my price range, but the thought of, asking her personally, she has no contact information at all, except for her closest friends. And if it leaks, she changes it, so Now, you were talking about sound effects, but I thought I'd cover some visual effects, too, really quickly. I use Footage Island. As you can see, it has different explosion effects here, too. And so he has stuff like this. We'll go to his channel really quickly. So this is what he does, and there are other channels where you can get free effects. You can also find free sound effects on YouTube as well, but I just use free sound too, because there's also a larger variety on free sound. But if free sound doesn't have it, or you're looking for like a specific movie, whatever one, you could search YouTube. But now another channel that has done some ads lately that have appeared around is Best of Green Screen. If you're doing green screen stuff, you can use them too. This guy just does a bunch of random stuff that will hopefully be useful. But Best of Green Screen you can use, except for, I looked at that once and they had some stuff that I could use, but it was non-commercial, so I immediately got rid of that idea, because I want the option to sell my stuff later on if I want to. And so that's what I do. And so I use this guy, and he has, as you can see, a lot of stuff that you can use for different things. And that's what I use for visual effects. For editing software, I have no idea what my cousin Luncher uses, but I use Windows Movie Maker 6.0, best of the Movie Maker versions. And then I've used Wax 2.0 for special effects in the past. But there are other programs out there now. Things have changed. They look better. Wax 2.0 has never been updated anymore and is largely outdated. It's missing a whole lot of stuff that would make the video editing process way easier. So it's not Stone Age for special effects, but it's also not up to date, So those are the programs that I use for video editing. Oh, another thing too, since you're talking about sound, Audacity. Audacity is a great program if you need different voiceovers and vocals, because even though you are slightly limited with your voice, you can change the pitch and stuff, make yourself sound high-pitched or low-pitched, and get a little bit more out of your voice. Play a little example here that I have done to show you what you can do with Audacity.
Welcome to hell, my friend. Ha 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 ha.
That was my voice. But then I basically just took the pitch down and some other stuff and made it sound like Satan. Ha ha ha. So yeah. Audacity is a free program. Download that one, and and like I said, I don't know what editor she's using. She might have Apple, which means she's got what I believe is a slightly more powerful editor than Movie Maker, but iMovie, or whatever they come with. But either way, this is a great program, and those are some great resources for different sound effects and stuff too, you know. So yeah, go at it and have fun. And when I find out the username of my cousin's YouTube channel, I will put a link in the description and an annotation here. And hopefully you guys will go and help her out, subscribe or whatever, you know. Because I'm pretty sure she is not as many subscribers as I am, and I'd love to help her out. So that's it. Bye.